Good morning and welcome back to Grow Joyfully. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning. I believe it's August the 15th. Days just kind of roll one into another, which is kind of nice in a way. Half of August is gone. A good deal of the summer is gone. But that's okay. Seasons bring us new and different things each time, even though we're not quite ready for them. I know that there's a reason for them. God doesn't make mistakes. So I just thought I would give you a little bit of an overgrown tour of the main garden, how lush and full things are, and try to enjoy this season as it winds down. I love the cool time in the morning, and this is when I like to just come out in the main garden and sit and enjoy myself and think about the season, and even maybe plan a little bit for the next season. What I'm going to do to keep myself busy after the first frosts and all the way through until next May when we can plant again. Hopefully there'll be a lot to do, and I have my beautiful grandchildren and my children that fill my life with happiness and hope. My husband and I love them very much, and we just spend our time gratefully with them. Here's a lovely bee pollinating a bean flower. It takes this long in the season for the beans and things to make it clear over the hoop, but I love it. It's okay waiting for it. We learn patience and appreciation. So these are rattlesnake beans, a really good variety. Pole beans. Here is a noodle bean. I haven't learned how to appreciate eating them yet. They're a little bit different, but that's okay. You get used to things, don't you? You just try a little bit here, a little bit there. Before you know it, it could become one of your favorite things. This cherry tomato plant is growing beautifully. It's called Barry's Crazy Cherry, and it's either from Wild Boar Farms and Brad Gates or goodness, my brain stopped. Baker Creek Seeds. Pretty sure that it's a Wild Boar Farm seed, and it's a multiflora tomato, which means it's got many flowers, multiflora, and it grows cherry tomatoes in clusters. My first year for this, and I did see this on Roots and Refuge with Jess. I learn a lot of things from the people that I watch on YouTube, and I'm very happy and honored to give them a part of my day as I'm out here wandering in the garden, listening to them, their experiences, the things that they've learned, things that they won't do again, and things they will do again. The ground cherry, here's one here. I grow this for my daughter-in-law and my sister because they like them. I have used these with strawberries and made ground cherry strawberry jam, which was really quite lovely. And here's another one. I'm trying to get all places of the garden covered with sprinklers because my daughter and I are going on a little short trip, and my husband will be here with everything, and I just want to make it as easy as possible for him. So this main garden that has a timer can just be taken care of and low maintenance for him because he works a full day, tries to do things on the place. He will be in charge of the chickens and the rabbit, so he'll have his hands full. So I thought if I could make the watering taken care of, that would be easier for him. Here's my first Armenian cucumber. I thought it was the pale ones I was getting because I prefer those, but I will take it. Here's one right here. And it's so hard for me to know what to do because obviously I will have to pick this before I leave or it will just be too big to use. I've already done up 2 batches of pickles and I'm trying to keep ahead of the cucumbers so that I don't come back and they're, you know, 6 inches long and 3 inches wide. Here's some lovely zinnia. They're such a beautiful, bright, happy flower, and they bring in the pollinators. Each one has this lovely, different pattern. Oh, look at that. Now, is that Mr. Bumblebee getting pollen, or is he sleeping? Kind of looks like he's having a little nap. So sweet. They have zinnias with these tall crowns, and then the shorter ones. The variety is quite amazing, and I love it. Here's some borage. I have to read up quickly on it to see which part of the borage that you save. It's a good medicinal herb, and it could be all the parts of the plant, the leaves, the flowers. So we will see. I did a large picking of chamomile a couple days ago. So I'm getting a lot of that put away. Here's some more zinnias, and they're different colors and patterns. Look at this one just coming on here. Aren't they pretty? Brings me a lot of joy to grow flowers in amongst the vegetables. If you see down in there, there's nasturtiums. I have more carrots growing down here and some dill growing very well. In fact, thank you for reminding me. I'm going to plant some more dill today, which I'm sure we will at least get enough for the leaves by the time the first frost comes. And this cucumber plant is really taking off and looking great, and I really like the variety. I'm not sure exactly what variety it is, but the skin is nice and thin and shiny and smooth, and I've been using it for pickles, so I don't know if it was originally intended for that, but that's what I'm using it for and enjoying them. They're great in salads, all sorts of things. And here's some, if I keep my shadow out of it. I grew a zucchini plant here. And take a look at how tall the tomatoes are. This is the exact opposite end of the cattle panels that I usually measure the tomato growth by, but amazing, isn't it, how tall they've gotten. The fence is cracking and creaking as the sun and the heat come on for the day. It's going to be a hot one. I guess we have a heat warning for today and the next couple of days too. Here's the beans from the outside of the hoop. Everything's just so lush and green. Here's my poor little bean tripod that had a real setback because it wasn't getting watered properly when I was gone a little while ago, but now it's recovering, giving it a lot of TLC, a lot of water, some fertilizing, organic fertilizing. I always choose to use organic fertilizer as much as possible. I don't look down on excuse me, anyone that uses non-organic fertilizer. If you're trying to grow something, you're trying to grow something, and I think that's important. If you just want to consider your health a little more and the environment, then go organic as much as you can, just for everyone's safety. So here are the beautiful tomatoes. I've turned around so I could show you how tall they are. I mean, how many feet must they be? Of course, they start 18 inches up in the raised bed. But then consider how tall that must be. That's got to be at least 8 feet. I'm not that good at measurements, but I'm quite amazed. Always a beautiful time of year. still fighting the grass in the pathways, having to weed eat it quite frequently. But here's a lovely look. There's my cute kitty, Cuddles. I have to have a garden cat. No garden would be complete. But I wanted to share with you the beauties of the garden and that are things that are going on. And over there, I don't think you can see, there's a bunch of gladiola and some hummingbirds kind of fighting over the nectar over there. The grapes are looking great, despite the weeds that are trying to grow through. Sorry about the airplane going over. Hello. Oh, good flight. So I just hope you have a lovely day and that you can take peace and happiness in amongst the weeds, because you can still harvest food in amongst the weeds, right? That's our saying. Have a lovely day. Stop and smell the flowers. Enjoy everything that you're doing. And even if you get one or two things crossed off your list of things to do, then you did something productive. Especially if you do it with a happy and grateful heart. I hope you have a lovely day. We just picked a whole bunch of peaches. And I'm so grateful for the bounty, like Jess says on Roots and Refuge Farm. The burden of abundance is starting to come in, but we can handle this. It doesn't help that I'm going to go away for a few days. But my husband's going to put things in the fridge that he can and keep an eye on things. And when I come back, I will take care of it. So until then, I hope you all have a great day. We will see you for the next couple of days before I go. And remember to always grow joyfully. We'll see you next time.